What's up, everyone? This is the Raw Truth coming at you live with a brand new video. And in this video, I want to deal with a certain saying that us black people have in the community. And the saying that I want to deal with is, let me give some scenario. We got a lot of white men being caught with allegations of rape, sexual assault. Got a lot of white men being caught with abusing their wives, beating up their girlfriends and shit. And then when we have black men doing the same thing, beating up their wives, sexual assault, like we'll just say Charlie Sheen versus the Bill Cosby. It amazes me how my community want to sit up there and say, well, see, Bill Cosby, they throw him away. Look at Bill Cosby. They doing this shit to Bill Cosby. They ain't do it to Charlie Sheen. They ain't do. Hold the fuck up. Wait the fuck a minute. As black community, we gotta get the fuck away from that fucking saying. And I'm gonna tell you why. It irks me to hear that kind of rhetoric and that talk coming from our goddamn mouths. Okay, a black man committed sexual assault, got 60 years. A white man committed sexual assault, got maybe 5 years. We look at that and cry so many fucking times about, oh, how that's unfair. That's not justice. Look, they did this to the black man. Now look what they did to the white man. He's doing this and he's getting away and he's doing that and hey, he's not serving a life sentence. He get a smack on his wrist, or the white woman, she abused her kids and drowned her kids. And now if that was a black woman would be doing this much time. And and I'm hearing this shit all the fucking time coming out of our goddamn mouths. Fools, do you not understand what the fuck you're saying? Do you not understand how the fuck that make you sound? You sound fucking stupid. We as a community got to get that out of our rhetoric, and I'm going to tell you why. Listening to a lot of people, we always talking about we come from kings and queens. We come from kings and queens. Yo, brother, what's up? We come from kings and queens. Oh, we royalty. We royalty. Well, let me tell you motherfuckers something. We come from kings and queens like you fucking said. Isn't kings and queens held to a higher fucking standard? Uh-oh, I'm getting somewhere. Ain't I? Smash that like button if I'm getting somewhere. I'm going to say it one more time. As I seen a new saying coming, one more again. I'm going to say it one more again. Isn't kings and queens, are they held to a higher fucking standard? We all know the answer. The answer is yes. Why is they held to a higher standard? Because the kings and queens have principles to carry out. They have the standards to carry out. The kings and queens are role models for everybody to look up to, all the peasants. Because if we say that we come from kings and fucking queens, if we come from the motherfucking royalty line, then what standards are we upholding for all the other peasants to look at? So if we fall like crazy and don't, how can I say this, and don't live up to the standards and do all kind of wickedness, since we held to a higher standard, by logic, we should be judged by the higher sentence then. Because remember, if we come from kings or queens, that means every other motherfucker on this planet are peasants. A peasant that is stealing and embezzling should get a lighter sentence than us who are scamming and embezzling ourselves. Because remember, we kings and queens. We kings and queens. Held to a higher standards than the peasants. But yet we cry when we get a higher sentence than the peasants. Come on. Hold the fuck up. Come on now. I'm talking, ain't I? I'm talking. I'm going to say that again. We call ourselves kings and queens to hold a higher standards than the peasants. But we cry like crazy when we get a higher sentence than the peasants. And the reason why it pisses me off is because if a black man rapes someone and gets 60 years in prison, and a white man rapes someone and gets 5 years in prison, I don't give a fuck what kind of time that these two motherfuckers did. The fact is, did that black man rape? Yes. 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 Well, you gotta understand, this system is rigged against us. This system is designed to just enslave us and lock us up and be unfair. Well, god damn it. If this system as you know it is so fucking unfair, then why give them a fucking excuse to lock your black asses up any fucking way? Come on now, you ain't hearing me, are you? If the law says, well, you know, before they even had the law, we all know thou shalt not steal. You know what I'm saying? We all know about those commandments and shit. You know, those commandments are good, righteous and stuff. We follow, if we just follow, you know, those, you know, we won't be in the predicament that we in now. But if the law says you can't steal somebody's fucking property, then what the fuck are you doing burglarizing, knowing that you already have a strike against your black ass because your black ass is black and the system is rigged against you? So why give them ammunition to lock your black asses up? If you know stealing is wrong, if you know being a gangster is fucking wrong, if you know killing somebody is wrong, if you know embezzling someone is wrong, if you know frauding someone is wrong, if you know every doggone thing that is evil and fucking wicked is goddamn wrong, what the fuck are you doing this in a rigged society against your black ass? I mean, I get sick and tired, and I had it up to fucking here with everybody looking at, well, Bill Cosby, they gave him this, or they gave this black man this, or they gave this black woman this, but these white people is doing this, and they're not even serving the same time as us. Well, if we come from kings and queens, they shouldn't, by your logic. Come from kings and queens. If we uphold the standards and actually follow some goddamn laws instead of being so goddamn selfish, maybe a lot of us wouldn't be in prison in the first fucking place. You ever think about that? Whether somebody gets put away for 60 years, whether a black man gets put away for 60 years for rape, or a white man get put away for 5 years for rape, what kind of sentence is the victim serving? Both of them are tortured. Both of the victims are tortured. Both of the victims, they have to do what? Both of the victims have to go to counseling. They have to get their lives together. So even though the sentences, by your logic, is unfair, the victim's life isn't fair. We still worry about the time that the fucking criminals serve. Well, we need to start worried about the fucking victims that is created by these criminals who are fucking selfish. So you know what? The raw truth sets the standards. If you're a black man out there and you raping, you're a black man out there, you committing crimes. And when I'm talking about crimes, I'm talking about crimes that really destroys people's lives. I'm not talking about the little shoplifting because you got hungry and, the little shoplifting and stuff. Okay, shoplifting, all right. But when you go to result in murdering or robbing somebody, beating somebody up, killing somebody, when you so goddamn fucking selfish, raping somebody, taking somebody's life away through that, yes. When you do shit like that, and this rigged system comes down hard on your black ass, don't expect me to feel fucking sorry for your dumb ass. Don't expect me to feel sorry for your ass at all. You know why? Because if you didn't give a damn about upholding the standards of a king, well then get your fucking black ass in prison, you fucking peasant. Black women I don't get mad at black women when they starting to get serve them lengthy sentences now for killing their kids. It's that white woman, I forget, Amber Smart, whoever her name is, that white woman who killed all of her kids and blamed it on the black man. A lot of motherfuckers got mad. Then you hear a black woman killing her kids and she's serving more time than that motherfucker. Well, look at her. She killed her kids. Well, wait a minute. Hold up. Black woman. Remember, we come from kings and queens, right? So you came from kings and queens too, right, black woman? I shouldn't feel sorry for your black ass if you go to prison for 70 years or life. If we want to call ourselves kings, if we're going to call ourselves queens, then we as a community better fucking start acting like it. Last time I checked, kings and queens who are royalty rule over people. Who the fuck are we ruling over, black folks? Well, that doesn't mean that we still come from kings and queens. I'll tell you what, black folks. This is how we can continue our royalty. First of all, stop fucking stealing. Second of all, if we come from kings and queens, Pookie and Ray Ray aren't kings. So if you call yourself queens, you wouldn't be with their asses in the first fucking place. The problem is we got too many motherfuckers calling themselves kings, and we got too many motherfuckers calling themselves queens when they ain't shit. They ain't shit at all. They black asses ain't shit. You calling yourself a king, and you're walking around with your pants hanging off your ass, being a fucking follower, following celebrities and shit. Talk about you got money this, you got money that, but yet you fucking robbing your own brother, your own king, a king robbing a fucking king. Then y'all call yourself queens, but you dress like fucking whores. Like every day you're out there walking around, look like you advertising, to get hooked up on the pay for play? Pay to play shit? You want to call yourself queens? Act like you're a fucking queen. It's so easy to give ourselves titles and shit that we don't fucking deserve. We don't fucking deserve the title of kings and queens. I refuse to call any Negro in any Negro-esque king and queens until I see them acting like royalty. No, I ain't talking about putting on a dashiki and putting on some so-called African garb and shit and trying to quote some spirituality and then you're crooked like a motherfucker. Hey, well, why don't you look at the conscious community? You'll see what the fuck I'm talking about. Zaza Ali, Bryce Walken, Tariq Nasheed, Tommy Sotomayor, Polite, Sanetta, Seti, all the motherfuckers, Pharaoh, all of them. There's nothing but ain't shit niggas and niggettes. But they call themselves high king, high queen. No, call yourself high criminals, high cons. Brothers, you want to call somebody a king? Make sure they follow some kind of standards that's higher than the standards that you see everybody else do. Because see, we kings and queens, let me remind you, black asses, kings and queens follow the highest standards and set the fucking standards so everybody can follow. How are you a king and queen and you a follower? You're a follower with these celebrities. You're a follower and style. All the satanic elite gotta do is that somebody take 2 dildo dicks. 2 see-through dildo dicks. And have Puff Daddy or Jay-Z walking around it as eyeglasses. And I'll bet you motherfuckers will follow that shit. The same motherfuckers who call themselves kings. The same motherfuckers who call themselves queens. A king and queen are leaders. And as long as you're a fucking follower, especially for this evil ass world, do not call yourself kings and queens. See, in order to be a king or queen, you got to detach yourself from the rulership mindset. The rulership mind control. That's your media. Calling yourself kings and queens, but yet I'm washing cars and all I hear is that garbage rap coming out of your car about I slept with your woman or I died this and I killed you this and I took your bitch and that a king takes another king's woman. Yo, I'm really pissed about this shit. So remember, anytime a black man or a black woman commit a crime of a peasant and they get more time of a peasant, then just tell other black folks, just tell them, well, we come from kings and queens. We should be judged harshly. We come from kings and queens. That should happen to us because we should know better. If you don't want to serve more time than the peasants, then don't fucking act like them. Calling yourself a queen and you're dressing like a fucking whore. Calling yourself a queen when you're buying everybody else's hair that don't look like it came out of your own goddamn scalp. Calling yourself a king and you first thing you want to do is eliminate your army. The only time a king ever went against his own people and he's a righteous king is if they are a liability to the community. Then they'd be like, yo, he gots to go. Look at him. He's beating this woman up. He assaulted this woman. He raped this woman. He gotta fucking go. Why does that king make that decision? Because he realizes that he has a standard to uphold. And if he lets you get away with it, then everybody else feels that they can get away with that shit. So if we're royalty and we the one who set the standards and we always claim that everybody want to be like us, except for when it comes to standards, right? Everyone want to be like us. If everybody want to be like us, the best thing to do is give them a standard so they can follow to be like us. Because when you're out there sagging your pants, when you're out there dressing in, when you're out there dressing in pants and dressing in spandex and yoga pants and shit, you're not even acting like yourself. I know this is very, very difficult and hard for a lot of people to understand where I'm coming from, but it has to be said. has to be said. So it's something for everybody to think of. Everybody in my community to think of. Because before we could talk shit on the white man, Asian man, East Indian man, before we can talk shit about the crime that they doing, our house better be in order. And what is our house? Our community. Our community better be in order. So, if you're a king, you're a queen, let's uphold the highest standard than the filthy, disgusting standards that's ruling over us right now. Later on, I'm going to be doing video on, it's going to be a very, very controversial video. Trying to see how I could word it. Because, you know, just like the men going their own way. Videos that I did that angered a lot of people. I'm seeing how to word it. Because ADOS, I have to attack that bullshit movement. And I have to expose the hypocrisy. And as a matter of fact, some of the things that I said during this video are going to be repeated in that video. Stay tuned for that. Till then, let me know what y'all have to say. You know, send your comments, your emails, like or thumbs down, subscribe, share this video. You know, this is just the way it is. So, black folks, kings, queens, we want us to rise as kings and queens. But in order to do that, it is the standards that dictates the kings and queens. Till then, I'm the raw truth. Fuck you. I'm out.